And what they found was that 3 weeks of bed rest was worse on their cardiorespiratory fitness than 30 years of aging. There, there's this amazing study. It's called the Dallas Bed Rest Study. And the study started back in the 1960s. And this is done by probably the world's most talented cardiovascular exercise physiologists. And so Ben Saltine, Jared Mitchell were involved in this early study in the 1960s. And what they did was they took 5 men, they were college students, and they put them on bed rest. And this is like 3 weeks of legitimate bed rest. We're talking they couldn't get up to go to the bathroom, so they had a catheter in them. They did not move for 3 weeks. Researchers wanted to find out what happens to your cardiovascular system if you are not moving around for 3 weeks. And now if you think about it, there's a lot of people that are undergoing surgery or they have some sort of bad illness, influenza or something that keeps them bedridden for, it's not unusual to be 3 weeks, to be honest. And what was found is after that 3 weeks, their cardiovascular system was just tanked. And one of the biggest factors that was measured was their cardiorespiratory fitness. This is often called VO2 max. And essentially, it's the maximum amount of oxygen that you can breathe in your lungs, then breathe that oxygen to your muscles. And it's measured during maximal exercise. They found these 5 men from 30 years earlier. And they measured their cardiorespiratory fitness and a variety of other parameters that they had measured at the time. And what they found was that 3 weeks of bed rest was worse on their cardiorespiratory fitness than 30 years of aging. So essentially, their cardiorespiratory fitness was no worse 30 years later than it was after their 3 weeks of bed rest, which is kind of amazing because you would think that the 30 years of aging would be worse on your cardiorespiratory fitness than the 3 weeks of bed rest.